I'm glad you're here, and this is our weekly live Q&A with Myshire Farm, and I've of course got Papa the Builder and a big dog right here.
Welcome.
So I will get into everything in just a second. Verna, our moderator, if you could let me know if you can hear us before we begin, I'd greatly appreciate it. While I get everything set up here on my end so that we can read some comments, and then we will get going. I do have a couple of announcements once I hear that you guys can hear me okay, and then we'll get going. Hopefully you were able to watch. Sound is good. Wonderful. Thank you, Verna. Hopefully you were able to watch the video we posted this week about building a cage. Papa edited and made it himself.
I did not.
Stood
My grandson
there.
edited. Yep.
Yeah, he stood there while my son edited it for him. Edited it. That's a hard word. But he put all that together. Try to give you a bunch of things to think about. So if you have any questions about building the cage, that is why he's here tonight. So if you have any questions concerning quail, raising quail or housing quail or anything like that, feel free to ask and we will get to your questions. And then I do have a couple of announcements. So number one, Snowies are back on our website. I put them on just a little bit ago, maybe an hour ago. So Snowies are back on the website. I'm very excited about that. Jumbo Wilds will be back on our website this Thursday at noon. Somewhere around noon. I will be driving and traveling for a 3 to 4 day trip. So I will try to stop close to noon. But they will be back on the website Thursday around midday. Unless Jen will do it. And I just collected a lot of eggs. We have a ton of orders going out. So a lot of people, if you're waiting on your order, if you're waiting on any Jumbo Wilds, a lot of the Jumbo mixes, you will be getting an email tonight, or should be if it's going out tomorrow. And then Jen is also going to be printing a huge list tomorrow for the rest of the week while I'm gone. I'll estimate what can go out, and then they will be collecting the day that they're laid and ship them out all week. So that is that. Remember to visit our website. Verna, if you'll be so kind to put that on there. It's myshirefarm.com. Remember, we've got a lot of really cool stuff we've added this year, such as candlers, scissors, shirts, decals, all kinds of stuff. So it's really, really cool. So make sure you check that out. And a nice announcement is we are now officially the largest Facebook group concerning quail on Facebook. So Newbie Quail Lovers is our Facebook group, and we just passed the top spot, and we have 18.6 thousand members. A lot of people are on there that are willing to help with their experiences, so I definitely recommend checking that out. So thank you everyone that has joined, and we hope that it is a benefit to you. And that is all my announcements for right now. Also, remember every first Tuesday of the month, pretty sure, first Tuesday of every month, I will be on Turnix Corner, sometimes with Papa, sometimes with not, on their channel every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the first Tuesday of every month. Really need to remember that. All right, here we go. Good evening, Papa and Zach. Jesse Mills says hi to everyone from Iowa. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Absolutely, I did forget to mention that. A couple different things that we do. Number one, if you want to let us know where you're from, it's always interesting to see where everybody is from. That is in the world of quail, so you feel free to do that, and I will do a shout out for you. Also, if you had any our eggs hatched this week, feel free to let us know what it is. I'll write it down on our list. That is always a lot of fun as well. Plus, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, support our channel. We would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's see. Don Cook says hello, Papa, and everyone. Quail eggs go into incubator on Tuesday if you want them hatch on Easter. It's good to know. Let's see. Rachel Haynes says hello, everyone. Don Cook says hello. The Rochelle Farm says, good evening, everyone from Connecticut. Still light out, so better days ahead. Absolutely. Sunday night with Myshire Farm is the best party there is. I don't know about that, but thank you. I appreciate it. Sarah says, hey, Zach and Papa. Welcome. Glad you're here. Sound is good. Papa, that was a great vlog video that you did. Don says, really informative and great video. Thank you. Kishan Chin, I hope I said that correctly. Hi, everyone from Jamaica. Jamaica's in the house. Very cool. You ever been to Jamaica?
I have.
I have not. One day. David Gilmore says, hello, Zach and Papa. On 3/6/21, I ordered the candling light from your site. Should I expect an email with tracking link so I know when it will arrive? Did you order other stuff with it? I will take a look, but you will get tracking. If I missed it for tomorrow's, oh crap. Yeah, I'll send it out Tuesday because she already has the list. Sorry, I'll send it out Tuesday. I missed it. I thought there was eggs that go along with it. Let's see. Rich Ross says, hello, Zach and Papa from Auburn, Michigan. Welcome. Samantha Trask says, hey, Papa. Hey, Zach. Glad to see you're both doing well. Thank you. Katernik's Corner's in the house. He said he loved the cage build video.
Very cool.
Midwest Kristen from Wisconsin is in the house. Welcome. Congratulations, newbie quail lovers. Yes, it's a really cool feat. We're only less than 1,400 people away from hitting the 20,000 mark, so that will be really cool. Hopefully, I will have some stuff to do, and we'll do a big giveaway leading up to that, maybe with a shirt and a candler and a couple supplies, something like that, because I have no eggs. Let's see. Rashun says, hello from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Welcome. Mike from Alabama's in the house. Freezer from Lexington, Missouri's in the house. South Africa is in the house. Welcome, Marius.
Yikes, what time is it there?
Late. It is late there. Jake from Pennsylvania. Thanks for getting back to me on Facebook Messenger. Not a problem. Hopefully I helped. I don't remember. What's it roughly the egg count of each color in the Feather Sexable package? It really varies a lot. We try to do an even amount of 4, 5, 6 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 colors. So we try to do an even amount. Question. One time you said that you might start a TikTok account. I don't ever remember doing that, but no, I will not be on TikTok. Way past me. That's the kids' generation. Don't like it. Donnie says, hello, Papa. I am new to raising quail. When kept in a cage full-time, not on grass and feed controlled, is there a reason to get your quail a dewormer? Any concern of avian flu?
I should take
Okay.
that.
I'll answer. So, no, not really. If they're just housed together, obviously all fowl carry the disease. It's very minute. That's why we don't recommend quail and chicken be together, because chicken has a higher tolerance, which could give it to the quail, which has a lower tolerance. But if they're housed together, caged together off the floor, it's very unlikely you're going to get anything. We've never done it, and we've had a lot. We have a lot of quail. I counted today, and we've got somewhere around 6,500. Plus, we've got like 200 in the incubator, or the lockdown. And we've got a lot more hatch now. So, yeah, we've never done it. Bill says, is the Rosetta video still in the works? Oh, dear God. It should be. It's one thing after another. Eventually, I will get to it. I promise. Midwest Kristen says, I did my first swap yesterday as a seller, and it went awesome. Sold out within a couple of hours. I have one next month, but it's outside and no electric, so have to figure out something chick here. That is great. Congratulations. I remember us going to shows, and it was always a lot of fun getting people interested and explaining what quail were. It feels like that's all we did at the shows was, what is that? And explaining it. But we had a lot of fun doing them. I did do an outside show once, and I took like 400 chicks, 500 chicks with me. I did an outside show. If you talk to the person ahead, they usually have hookups that you can get, or get a small generator. And sometimes the venue will let you rent them out, would be my recommendations. But best of luck, and I'm glad it went well last week. Veteran Outdoors says, I have some autumn ambers hatching as we speak. So far, 8 out of 60. Still have ways to go as I'm only on day 17. That's not bad. Sounds like you're right where you should be. Heather Cole's in the house from Vermont. Welcome. I only ordered the light. Yes, I will get you out. I'll get you out tomorrow. There's no reason to wait. I'll get you out tomorrow. Marius from South Africa says, not talking to me. It's 1 a.m. in South Africa, by the way.
1 a.m.
A. Jones says, hi, Zach and Papa Builder, checking in from the northeast tip of Ohio. Larry says, I'm in hi from Colorado Springs. Rachel says, we just put ours outside yesterday. That's great. Rhoda Lynn is from California. Welcome.
A lot of quailers out there.
I need to get, I really changed a couple of colors. I sent an email to you, Zach, but not sure you got it. I didn't check them today, but I did do them all yesterday. I had 73. I need to get more eggs than I originally ordered and change a couple of the colors if possible. I don't remember putting your name on the list yet, so as far as like shipping tomorrow. So if you want to maybe text me at 937-760-7282, Verna, if you'll be so kind to put that on there, and then I'll get with you tomorrow before we ship anything out. I do have a question. What was the biggest changes from cage 1.0 to cage this?
Well, that would be, we used to use trays for the poop collection, and we would have, and at that time we were scraping the trays. A little later on we put paper down on the trays to make it easier to just, the paper would separate it from the aluminum a little better. But that would be, of course, the size. They're much bigger. This cage is much bigger. The trays can only be as big as what you can handle. I think they were probably maybe 30 inches wide and 20 inches deep. And when you have 100 trays, it might be the first one, it might be the last one, but somewhere along the line, you're gonna dump one of those trays on you. So we don't dump trays on us no more. That's a really big thing.
Now, when you were building the cages, you were building them to the trays that you had, correct?
No, I was making the trays.
You were making the trays, okay.
Yeah. So we've always made the trays with the break that I have, and it really was a thing where I could get drops from our supply company, and the drops were so big, and we built our cages around the trays that I could buy cheaply. I think at the time I was able to buy the material for the tray for $5 each. So, and they were 30 by 24, so pretty big size.
Not bad. Before I go any further, I do want to mention, I don't know if we will have a YouTube video next Sunday. Again, I'll be going out of town for 3, maybe 4 days. I'm hoping 3. And so I will keep everyone posted. If I won't be doing it on Sunday, I'll be posting a video that morning to let everybody know. So just a heads up on that. Nathan Jones says, hello everyone, at work we'll catch the replay. 60 in lockdown this morning, can't get my humidity up already, tried sponges, what else can I try? It's at 50%. That's not good. And you already tried the sponges.
Well, if there's a fan, if you're using any kind of fan, if you're buying a fan, a computer fan, it's nice. I don't know how much space you have to work with or what your incubator lockdown looks like. And you can also use the filters from a humidifier, and any of your big box will have replacement filters for those, and they stay nice and wet too. So they actually wick, you know, instead of the sponge kind of doesn't wick as nicely as the filters do. So I don't know how much room you got, or if you're using an incubator or what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. Jake says, maybe it was Jenna that got back to me on Messenger earlier today. If you don't remember, I sent the question about the detached air cell. Oh, yeah, I literally just responded to that. Probably should have remembered that. I have chickens and quail in the same coop, but the quails are in cages off the ground for a year now, no problems. There you go. Congratulations. Like the cage build, thank you. I learned a lot. Working on building the exact same thing. We'll see how far the video will get me. How normal is it for quail to lay 2 eggs a day? Jumbo wilds are laying crazy 2 double yolkers every day. Will double yolks go away?
You hope so.
It depends on what you're using them for. What I've seen is typically if a hen lays a double yoker, they lay the double yoker for life. It's typically how it works. The whole 2 a day thing, I'm sure will change. But I would take it. I'd love to get 2 a day for a little bit right now. Midwest Kristen says, I found out that that a swap can be a little cutthroat though. I held my own. Yeah, at the end before we stopped, I noticed that it kind of gets political, but yeah, try to just stay out of it. That's what I try. Don Cook says, reached a milestone for our little operations this week. We were able to fill orders for 300 eggs. We have orders for 300 more this week. Hang in there, girls, don't let up. That's great. Congratulations. I remember, it's going to be boring, but real quick, I remember when we were in the first little barn that Jenna started, and she convinced me to get involved and try to make this a business. And we were out there and I said, well, how many eggs do you get? And she goes, I don't know. I said, well, let's count. And I think we were like 78. And I was like, okay. And then like a couple months later, I was like, well, let's count again. And I remember hitting that 300 egg count. And we were like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? That's so many eggs. And then, you know, we were doing 300 times 7 days a week. Oh my. And now, those were good times. Those were good days. Let's see, my 11-year-old nephew is entering your monthly giveaway. He was all hands on for the last processing go around. Fingers crossed for him. Emails submitted to you and Jenna, correct? One or the other, probably me. I tend to keep better records, but either one or both, it doesn't matter. But best of luck. Kevin says, hello from Alabama. I ordered 110 jumbo wilds. Today is day 20 out of incubation. I had 19 hatch out through day 18, but nothing else showing life since then. I would definitely make sure your temperature and humidity are correct. I'm a little concerned about the temperature from what I see, but I would need to know a lot more information. But you can put the, I don't think they're talking, 59 out of 110 jumbo wilds, not bad with 11 days shipping. I'm impressed. I only expected a handful. Another fun story is we had, I don't see her on tonight, but Shannon has been in contact with me. We shipped her right before that huge storm that shut everything down, and we're still having consequences for it. But so we shipped out, and then it became day 6, still in shipping. And I said, well, if it's not there tomorrow, then just give me a call. But, you know, they're laid same day. And then on day 7, she's like, it might come today. And I said, okay, keep me posted. So on day 8, I said, okay, it's still not here. I'll just put you on the reship list, and I'll ship you out again. She said, okay. 4 days later, on day 12, so they've been in transit for 12 days, she gets them. And she said, look, I have enough room, can I put them in? And I said, if you want to put them in, put them in. And she's like, well, I'm worried about disease, or, you know, and I said, nah, it's not really a big deal, just try it if you got the room. It's going to be a couple weeks before I can reship you anyway. So, she puts them in, and she just messaged me yesterday and got a 70% hatch rate. on eggs that were in shipping for 12 days. And she held them for 12 hours before she put them in. So 12 and a half, 13 days in transit, and she still got a 70% hatch rate. So that is great. 59 out of 110 with 11 days shipping. Can't really complain about that. Papa, next time you build your cage, use a product called Smart Siding Sheets. It is superior to the zip shearing for moisture resistance. You ever heard of it? Smart Siding Sheets.
Oh, good, cool. Thanks for the tip.
Doug Baum says, thanks for the video. Papa learned a lot about fishing.
Good for you, because I love to teach people to fish.
Sheathing.
Sheep.
Product Smart, superior to zip sheathing.
Sheeting.
Sheathing. It's sheeting.
Probably sheeting.
Not talking to me. Dennis says, thank you for the eggs. They came in good shape. Just wanted to know if you use probiotic or electrolyte in your water. You don't have to. Some people do it, some people don't. We have done it before. We've done some test runs with it. We try to do it, but I don't really see the benefits of doing it. There's no extra egg production. There's, no longer lifespan. It's just makes me feel bad that they're getting some, or feel good that they're getting some vitamins, but I don't see a huge benefit of doing it. But you can do it. Some people swear by it. It's completely up to you. Chuck Howard says, at what age can you sex quail by their chest feather pattern? Do you know? Guess. You can do it.
4 weeks.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 weeks. It really depends on your experience. If you're brand new, probably 4 weeks is a really good number. Typically it's 3 weeks. George and I and Jenna can pretty much feather sex about 2.5 weeks now, because we know exactly what we're looking for and we do it all the time. So 3 weeks is the general rule, but if you can't really tell at 3 weeks, because they're still a little tricky, pretty much they all look like males up until about they're 3 weeks old, and then the dark color starts fading away and the spots start showing up, but sometimes they're like half and half, and it's really hard to tell. So if you're unsure, just wait an extra week. They're not going to be laying that early anyway. Renee says, getting ready to buy some eggs, pens and incubators, done incubators, running test now. Run. I'm assuming you're testing the incubator, and that is great, and we wish you the best. Order eggs and supplies at Myshire. Okay, thank you, Verna. Jamaica says, there are only a handful of quail keepers here in Jamaica. For better breeding stock, how do I pick my breeders? I have 9 females and 2 males. Going to do my first hatching next week. Should I look... what should I look for?
Well,
I'm assuming that.
at some point we were using our best 10%, but you can't do that. So.
Yeah, that's what we're doing with certain things that we're doing now. The easiest way to do it is build your numbers. Don't worry about too much right away. Build your numbers so then you can kind of have a line, good, better, best. And then you start just working with that best and keep just using the best. But when you're only having, when you're starting with 12, you kind of just need to build your flock up first, would be my recommendation.
Yeah, otherwise it just be too slow. You need some numbers first, and then work with a good, better, best.
Right. Yeah, and then with those numbers, you can kind of tell what your good, better, best is. But with 12 or even hatching out another 20, you don't really have a good gauge of what's best for your breeders.
Eat the good, sell the better, keep the best.
Let's see. Marius has any news on shipping to South Africa? No, not right now. Everything is crazy. We have our rare mix eggs hatching now. 11 chicks so far. That's great. Best of luck to you, and keep us posted. I like to write that down. So keep me posted on that. Let's see. That is all the questions right now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we will get to them. A couple other things that I did want to mention was, number one, I will be doing a video as soon as I get confirmation on leaving. I was supposed to leave last week, and then at the last minute it was canceled. I'm supposed to get confirmation tomorrow and then leave like 11 o'clock at night on Tuesday. But again, it could be canceled, so I don't know. But when I get confirmation, I will be doing a video and giving out my phone number, because I will not be receiving any text messages once I leave. It'll be phone calls only, and I'll be driving, and then when I get done driving, I just never look at my phone, and then when I get back in town, I've got 70,000 texts. So I will be giving my phone number out so that you guys can call, and I can talk to you while I drive if you have any questions about any of that. Again, if you're on Facebook, join the Newbie Quail Lovers Facebook group. It is the largest quail group on Facebook. Very proud of that. Jumbo Wilds will be back on our website Thursday around midday. So check that out. Very excited about that. We are going to, we started, and then we're going to be adding an extra 300 to a brand new breeding program just for our Jumbo Wilds. So you'll be getting even bigger and better flocks. So I'm very excited about that. In fact, someone mentioned last week that they noticed from last year that the eggs were quite a bit larger and they were growing a lot better. And I think that's because of what we are doing in there. So make sure you check that out on Thursday at noon for the Jumbo Wilds. Our Snowies are back in stock. And if you are going to our website, make sure you check out our shirts, our decals, our scissors, and our candlers, because we added all those for your convenience and fun. Donnie says, hit that like button. I appreciate it. Do you feed medicated feed to chicks? No, we do not. Or do you treat with medicine if you suspect a problem like worms? We've never had any of that stuff. The biggest scare we had was a bunch of our chicks were dying, and it turns out that it was an environmental issue and it had nothing to do with any diseases, and that was pretty much the only scare we had. Everything's been pretty consistent. We can improve on some things, but everything's been pretty consistent. So we've never really had any of those issues. Is there a standard or perfection for quail like there are for chickens? No, there is not, and I am very against having one. I don't think that it would be the best idea. Long story short, I like that quail are kind of under the radar. I like that quail can be in your backyard. I like that you can have it, in the suburbs. I like that you can have it in a busy area. And I'm afraid that if there is an SOP or, a procedure guideline, then governments will get involved, and then, they'll be banned just like chickens are banned in areas, or roosters or things like that. I'd rather it be under the radar and no one notice, and then everybody can be a little bit self-sufficient no matter where you live, is my thought on it. With your operation as large as it is, do you have a contingency plan in place if something happens to your flock, such as tainted water, bad feed, a small flock off-site to start back up if needed? That's a great question. We do a pretty good job checking feed. In fact, our feed supplier just came and dropped off like 4 new bags because we opened them and they did not look like the rest. And we open about 7 bags a day, so we kind of have that feel. The water, when Papa built the barn, he put an amazing water system connected to it, so they drink better than we used to.
They drink the same water we drink.
Yeah, they drink what we drink. So that's not really an issue. Plus we have a whole filtration system in the barn as well as at the hookup. So a lot of that was taken into account when he built the actual barn, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, but it's a fair concern, being our livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
And no, we don't have Plan B.
Not really.
I'd say at that point we'll be asking you folks for some help, probably.
Right. I'll be calling a couple of my biggest customers, be like, hey, about those eggs.
Yeah.
How about you send them to me? Let's see. Mike says I have 11 3-week-old chicks to send you a picture of so you can tell me what they are. You can. I really recommend you check out Facebook and check out the Newbie Quail Lovers group. They will be happy to answer that as well. You can feel free to send me the pictures. Also, on our YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel, there is actually a video. It's a slideshow of all the colors and the names at the bottom. That would help a lot. And if you can't find it on our YouTube channel, it is on our Myshire Farm Facebook page. It is the top post. And it's just a slideshow of all the colors and all the names except for the new ones that I've not added. We are very close to adding 2 new colors to the website. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming shortly. Oh, found it. Just weighed my tuxedos from your Rosetta tuxedo eggs, and they all are over 10 ounces, right around 12. They're scarlet tuxedos. Yeah, they're big. They're very inconsistent though. So, plus they don't breed true, and I don't want them to breed true because of how we do it. So I won't ever be able to consider them jumbos, but yeah, they're amazing layers. They lay just as well as my regular scarlets do, but they have been hatching out extremely large for about 6 months now. And we just keep putting them in there because they're big. So that's pretty cool. The eggs are getting pretty large as well. But congratulations, that's great. Have you ever had birds that goes totally mental and kill other quail and then start to eat the dead one? Sorry for the question. I just need to know because I found a bird that did that. Sometimes it's a good idea to take them out as soon as they die. They'll eat them. Do you need to butter quail at a USDA licensed facility in order to sell to the public? Do you know?
USDA?
Do you need USDA to sell to the public? You do in Ohio, but I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a federal thing or a state thing.
I don't know if it's state or... We can't do it here.
No, we have to have a USDA facility and hire a USDA guy to come in and
Inspector.
watch us butcher, and it's like $400 an hour for him to sit there and watch us. It wasn't worth it at all. So I'm not too sure. I don't know if that's state or federal. Samantha Trask says, found out what killed my 120 babies. Rat died and fell into the well and poisoned the water, killing all the quail and ducks. Thankful that everyone else is okay. Whew, that would be bad. Sorry to hear that. Not good.
We played with rats in the old barn. It was not fun.
No.
They were, how they got to those quail, we still don't know.
Yeah, and
But
they would
would
just
get to them.
kill them.
They would kill them just for fun.
Not eat them. Not just kill them and leave them. And they would kill, I mean, we were up to like 12, 15 a night.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly. We haven't had any problems in the new barn though, have we?
Nope. No issues, except for the one that almost killed me by the cow water.
Glad I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Would have killed me. I'd have had a heart attack.
Yeah, we had a leak, the cow water leak. So we had to turn it off underneath it so that I could turn the water back on for the rest of the animals. So George and I go out there and we move it. And I swear to God, the rat was the size of King Kong. This thing could have eaten me in one bite. And so he jumps out, and then all of a sudden, George jumps over the fence and walks back in, grabs his gun, comes out, and he's like, I don't know what that was. I was like, yeah, it was big. So we move it a little bit more, kind of, hit the ground, and another one comes running out, and he's like, I'm standing on this side, you put your hand in there. So for about 10 minutes, I just kept hitting stuff, and we got it done, but I said my final prayers just in case, but those were big. But no, nothing inside. We haven't had any issues inside. I did pull them out of
And in my opinion, that's a function of a foundation underneath the pole barn. So we don't have just a pole barn where they can dig underneath. Of course, we have a floor, but they can't eat through either. So, whereas in the garage, it's just a standard pole barn, and they would literally eat right through the barn.
Yeah.
And then I would patch the hole, and they would eat through the patch. So, yeah, these are all considerations when you're trying to house anything.
Yeah, and we tried to get rid of that rat for. I mean, we did a lot of different stuff until finally we got lucky enough to.
Including we hired professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some.
Yeah, we had some professional people come out and they were like, "Well, we can do this and this and this," and we were like, "Well, we're gonna try it one more time," and then luckily. We had our BB gun right in there, and it just came out middle of the day, just staring me down, and we didn't have to hire anyone after that. Aloha from the big island of Hawaii. Welcome. Haven't been there either. He has. Doug says,